Hello, sound sorcerers. Today we're going to create a sample that we will use to lay in some background chords, or pads, to our song. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a couple of sounds from last week's field recording adventure. I found these in my house, and they were perfect for creating the kind of pad I'm looking for. I recorded an immersion blender and a fork vibrating off of it. That's going to make a great square or sawtooth waveform. I also found an electric toothbrush in the bathroom, and I vibrated it against the metal door frame of the shower. Unfortunately, I didn't record a video for that, but both of these together should make a sick pad. So without further ado, let's take a look at how the pad sample was created. So we're first going to make sure that our project is in 48K sample rate with a bit depth of 32. Okay. So now we're going to bring in the electric toothbrush video clip. Okay. There we go. Oh, all right, not quite right. So we're going to change the sample rate to match the project, 48K. Okay. There it is. Boom, you saw it get a little bigger there. Okay. So now we're going to listen to the different parts of the audio clip to find the sound that is right for our toothbrush clip. Feels like you're at the dentist, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, I think this is the clip. It has enough tone so that we can tune it to the correct pitch. So we're now going to find the zero crossing at the start of the clip so that there's no popping sound when we play it. Okay. All right. Now let's find the best endpoint. Okay. We're going to go to the end of the clip, find the zero crossing there. For the same reason, we don't want to click at the end of the clip. Okay, we've got rid of the hits on either side. So that's our clip. It's perfect. So let's save that so we can bring it into our sampler for further processing. Okay. Boom, we've saved it. Okay, now we're going to bring it into a sampler. All right. Now we're going to work on the immersion blender audio. So let's bring it into the project and listen to it. Okay, I can already tell that it's not the correct sample rate for the project, so I'm going to change it to a line so we get the correct pitch as it was recorded. All right, 48K. Boom. You saw that tighten up, right? Okay, that sounds correct. Now let's find the perfect section to use as our clip. All right, this is our start point. So let's find the zero crossing. All right, let's give it a listen. All right. The end of it. There we go. And there she blows. Oh yeah, it's a pretty nasty sawtooth-ish sound, but it's going to be perfect for the pad I'm creating. So let's save it. Okay. Now let's clear out the tracks, and we will bring in our sampler. Native Instruments Contact. We'll load in two clips, the toothbrush and the immersion blender, and we'll set them both to Omni MIDI so that we can play them together at the same time. So we will work on the toothbrush first. We're going to add a Leslie style rotator effect, and we'll play around with it. Okay, so in the interest of time and to keep you from falling asleep, I've removed a bunch of the sound design from the video. All right, so now let's work on the immersion blender. First, we'll pitch it down to bring it into the proper key and make it be lower than the toothbrush. Okay. Now let's get rid of some of that upper harshness in the mid and upper frequencies. Okay, we're going to add a low-pass filter to continue getting rid of those abrasive mid frequencies. Okay. Okay. So let's bring both together. All right, well, it's not perfect yet. Let's continue working on this, and we'll come out at the end with the perfect sample. Here's a little contact tip. I have not found a way to get the reverb effect in the main sound module in Contact. You have to assign the module to a bus. Okay, the reverb comes up on the bus. Maybe somebody can send me a message if there is a way to do that. Hint, hint. Okay. Let's use a factory preset for the reverb. A small room. Okay, good. All right, so now we're going to bring both clips back in. Now it needs to be fatter. I'm going to add some reverb to the immersion blender. Assign that to a bus and put in a small room again, because that's nice. Let's mess with it a little bit. Okay. All right, now here's what the whole sample sounds like so far. Yes. Okay, now I want to create a sample from these two clips. So I'll record a single note, which I will then store as the sample. Alrighty, let's get that the right size, and then save it. Ah, groovy, baby! I can't believe I just said that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the sample up in a sampler. I already have Contact open with the pad sample in it. And I'm going to bring in that same sample again. I'm going to make sure they're in the same pitch. Okay. I'm going to add a low-pass filter and some reverb to the second sample, Immersion Blender. All right. That sounds a little better. Not too shabby. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to detune the second sample by about 10 points. That's just enough to fatten the sound just a tiny bit. Okay. All right, good. So now we're going to record an A and then resave that as the final sample. Okay, good. Save it. Okay, sounds good. And now we have our pad sample. It's a bit grungy, but that's what you get when you combine an electric toothbrush and an immersion blender together. But all in all, it will do well for our song. So, let's get into the song. We're going to create a new instrument track with Contact as the sampler. And we're going to bring in the sample. Okay, we're going to make sure it's pitched correctly. Okay, that's the tune. Now we're going to add the pad to it. Okay, I'm going to do a little house cleaning, move some notes around, and get it exactly the way I want it. There we go. Okay, and that, my friends, is the pad sample added to the song. Crusty? Perhaps. But we use what nature provides as we collect our sounds from the field. So, we took 2 audio clips that I captured from around my house, an immersion blender and an electric toothbrush, to create a weird square wave-ish pad sample. We then added some chords to the song using the sample. We now have solid drums, bass, and chords on which we will lay down a lead melody line next week. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and can take away some useful tips for creating your own samples. Please visit my website, www.thesoundsculptor.com, and leave me any questions, comments, or ideas you may have. I am always looking for ways to improve the website and the videos, and your feedback is greatly appreciated. Have a great, creative, and productive week going forward, and I will see you at the end with another video. See ya!